Hi everyone. Welcome to Over and Out podcast, starring your host Ananas
and Katrina.
Ooh, Catalina. So, I'm not even gonna ask how y'all been because I don't care.
What, guys?
How have you been?
Yeah, we don't care.
We don't care.
I am feeling great. I'm just gonna say it.
I'm not feeling great because
wow, what a vibe killer.
Kali Uchis is not coming to Australia anymore, and I'm heartbroken and I'm devastated, and I would have cried but I didn't. I held my composure.
Literally, we are going to see Tyler the Creator really soon, and she was meant to be opening that power duo.
Yeah. She's not anymore. It's gone. It's gone away and I have to accept it. But we're just going to get straight into it with trending topics. Lay.
But
oh, you got something
let me tell you how I am.
Oh, I just completely skipped through. Sorry.
I'm doing amazing. Last episode, I think I had COVID still. I think it was 11 days after I had COVID, we recorded our first ep. And I remember having to cough so badly during the episode? Like so many times. But I didn't want to ruin the recording.
That, you know?
I was coughing every 5 seconds.
You were like...
So I was silently suffering, but here I am today.
Nobody talks about how, like, when you're wanting to cough but you can't, the tickle in your throat, that feeling is one of the top 10 worst feelings ever. You want to cough but you can't, because you can't let people know that you're sick.
And then, do your, like, eyes water and you start crying? Because that happens to me.
No, my eyes do not water.
Oh. I literally start crying because I need to cough so badly.
Really? You're like...
Yeah, and then it's even worse because everyone thinks you're crying.
And then they were like, what's wrong? And then you start flooding more tears out because people don't understand that, like, you shouldn't ask someone what's wrong when you actually think something's wrong.
And then you actually start crying.
And then you actually for real start crying, and then it's a SHIT show.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Elon a little bit, because that's the only trending topic we have for today.
Yeah, that's the only news I've heard about celebrity Doja, and I don't care about that drama anymore.
That's over. Over and out.
Over and out for real. Sorry.
For real.
Elon Musk, he's always in the news, you know. He wanted Twitter, he didn't get Twitter, but...
Oh yeah, that's true.
I found out something about him. I don't know if you know this.
No. I don't know anything.
Do you know how many children Elon has?
Oh, don't even get me started. Okay.
Girl, I only just found out how many children he has.
6?
This man is dropping his seeds everywhere he can.
He's just dipping and dashing.
Literally.
Dashing and dipping.
It's insane. He has 9 children right now. 9 babies.
9
3
children.
different women.
How many does he have with Grimes?
They have 2 children. Did you know that? They recently had a girl, which I did not know.
What's her name? 4am?
Y. The boy's name's X, her name's Y. They haven't actually announced her name, so she said it's Y.
Wow. That's wild. Why? Bro, wait until she's gonna get, like, bullied in school for... Why are you here, why?
Why don't you go back to your mom and dad?
Why? Why is this like this? Why? Actually, the Y, is that a person? The Y?
That's PewDiePie's shirt. I'm gonna call my baby the Y after PewDiePie.
Oh my god! That is... Wow! What was that, like... It standing for something. Damn.
Wasn't it, Girl, I don't even know. I haven't watched a PewDiePie video in a minute. 9
children. I mean, yeah, 9 children? Listen, he better not have any more.
Girl, I think he wants to repopulate the earth.
I see a lot of Dwight in him.
I see a lot of... Girl, I see a Reddit moderator. That's my first thought. I was like, how does this man have 9 children?
But you know what's... Hey, can I just double check this with the facts of Google?
Yeah, I may be lying because I am a
Oh, no.
compulsive liar, but...
I'm not questioning that. I'm questioning something that I've wanted to say for a long time. Whoa. And that is, speaking on the topic of celebrities with lots of children, Future beats the record, okay? He just beats the record. He has...
He has been a busy man, hasn't he?
7 kids with 7 different baby mothers. 7 different women's 7 different kids. Are you...
I think that's worse than having 9 with 3, because
Yeah.
she stayed with 3 women, but this one...
That's wild. That is so wild. And he's like, what, 40 or something? Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Future.
He's been around, okay.
No, but then, like, 7 different, like, he couldn't just choose one of them and be like, let's just, like, have a family together. He had to, and you know what he said in an interview? He was like, I'm still looking for someone, like, a wife to call mine, or something like that. Just let me show up my watch.
He's 40, 7 children, and still looking for the one. I think it's time. He had his chance.
Yeah. I think that, like, he really aligns with the music that he makes. Now, that makes sense, okay? I do want to talk a little bit about Drake. One more thing, okay? So, speaking of, like, he's missed his chance, Drake is also, like, I think he's 35 or 36 or 37.
Yeah, he's
old. Well, he's not old, but he's reaching there.
Late 30s.
Late 30s. And, I mean, I don't think he wants one person, because in one of his songs, and I repeat, he says, I got an invite to the Met Gala, but they only have +1s. I didn't end up going. Because he probably has so many hoes he can't take to the Met Gala.
That is fire.
That is, whoa, fire on the roof. But
yeah, he's just, Drake is...
He still wants someone to call him his lover, exactly. Because he has all those Birkins in his closet that he has to give to his future wife.
He needs someone to inherit. His little boy, what's his name, can't inherit a Birkin.
I don't know. But, like, think about this, right? I feel like if Drake wanted to get married by now, he would have been married by now.
He's just looking for the right one.
But, like,
you know...
He's Drake.
Rich people. Rich people have problems too.
More money? More problems. But, like, he could have chosen someone. He has access to every single female. Am I wrong? Am I wrong or am I right? Like, he could be with your grandma right now, chilling.
He literally could. You know what his problem is?
What?
He keeps texting underage girls. Like, why is he hitting up Billie Eilish and Millie Bobby Brown? That's why I can't find the love of his life, because he's hitting up minors.
He's hitting up the wrong group of people. He needs to be hitting up the majors, not the minors.
Not in your generation. Literally.
Literally not. He's old enough to be, like, those people that you mentioned could be old enough to be Adonis' sister.
Yeah, don't hit up people that could be your daughter.
That's it. That's the one. I was looking for that one. Yep, see?
Literally. Also, I saw a TikTok, I think he was at a party singing, and Charlie D'Amelio was in the background, like, just
I've
dancing.
seen this one, yeah.
Girl, tell me.
I think he's gonna wife up Charlie. For real. I think he's gonna wife it up and they're gonna...
She's 18, so, I mean,
he
can if he wants to.
In Australia, wait, is it legal, like, 18 age is the legal age everywhere?
Well,
except for France? Like,
I know lots of different countries it's different, but in Australia you have to be 18 to get married to someone above 18.
Well, like, hey Drake, I am 19.
She is in your target
audience. Yes. I'm old enough to be a major, or not a minor, but I'm young enough to still be alive when Adonis turns 40.
You can really bond with his son.
Yeah, I could be his mommy. Pause.
I was just really thinking about it. I was like, yo, that's actually really disturbing.
I'm sorry to the mother of Adonis because she's beautiful. But I'm just giving advice. Anyways, I think that Drake is stupid. He could have been married by now. He is just...
Yeah.
Moving on.
And men need to stop having children with every single...
Yes, men need to stop dropping their seeds. I think, like, it's both people's responsibility, like 50-50. when someone gets like a female gets pregnant, but I do think that men have slightly more responsibility because they're the one that's completing the puzzle piece.
Men just control themselves.
Yes. Egg don't swim to the sperm. Sperm swim to the egg.
True.
Am I right? Damn me up. There you go. And we're moving on to endearing and cringeworthy characteristics of people. So it's the first part of our segment because that was all for the trending topics.
Yeah, honestly,
Explain?
I just love thinking about this so
You
much.
brought this up, so I'm interested to see what you have because
Yeah.
I've got a couple, but I don't know if they fit.
Honestly, when I think of endearing things, it's just like things that every human does, but it's just so human. Like you really
Humanizes
are a human
them, yeah?
being. You're
Yeah.
alive. You are real.
You are breathing, living, respiratory
Creature,
system,
yeah.
inspiring.
And it's just amazing to see.
It's cute.
It's
I think
cute.
when I think of endearing, I think of cute things
It's just
people
like
do.
so amazing to see.
And cringeworthy is a complete opposite. It's like, bro, get away from me.
It literally makes me want to not be a human and to
Anymore.
never see a human being ever again in my life.
Skin yourself.
Literally, I'd rather skin myself than be alive seeing that cringy moment.
So you're serious. You're mad serious. Okay, well, I don't know if mine fit into that category, but we'll see about that. Nostalgia.
So yeah, I'll give you one of my endearing. It's something really endearing. It's just someone cooking a meal, like just cooking a meal, not like a 5-minute little 2-minute noodle type thing, but like an actual
meal, like chefing it
2
up.
hours. You prepared this meal, cut up all the vegetables yourself, made the broth, made everything by yourself. That's so endearing to me.
I see that. It is cute because they put so much time and effort into it.
Especially just like
They're like sweating and like putting it into the food.
yeah, they're putting their heart and their soul into this
food.
meal, and that's just so amazing to me. And
It's
it's
like
also
grandma.
because I hate to cook, so if someone does that, I'm like, wow,
She's on it.
I'm in love with you.
It is cute, but at the same time, I think I'm so used to seeing people do that like I'm just.
You're like, girl, I'm
It better
cultured.
it better already be like that. If you're not cooking up a whole meal, then I'm gonna start thinking you're cringeworthy or dark-sided. That's wild. Okay, well, that's cute. Another one.
That's cute.
I can just imagine you chefing up in the kitchen. My one is when so I work in customer service and like retail, yeah, and so I have two that align with that one. The sweet the sweet endearing one is when people, like customers, say thank you, have a nice day first. So normally you're supposed to say it first and then they say it back because you're trying to be like the customer service, like good rep. But when they say it first, that's the best thing ever because I just think it is really sweet and it shows that they also probably have worked in your position before and they just genuinely want you to have a nice day. So they say it first. You know what I mean?
True. I really feel that. Just a nice,
It hits right.
a nice customer is
Here.
rare, but we
Right.
love it.
Yeah.
We
Just
love to
like
see it.
it's just sweet. I just like it. I always notice that and I always do that as well because it's just I think if you just work in retail and customer service, you're automated all the time. You're on it all the time. Oh, okay, I heard that. So yeah, what's your next? Oh, should we do? Keep going in sweet.
So
ones?
my next endearing, I just like
Sweet.
these are like two of the same thing. Just someone reading in public or like on a train is so endearing. Someone reading is just lovely.
I didn't continue on with that. How do you continue on?
I didn't. Yeah, I saw a new one. What am
Oh.
I doing?
Okay, let's just
I clicked on some.
pause.
Can I delete that? Oh.
I
was
can
only
delete
like
it
30
in the
seconds.
editing software.
Okay.
We'll just delete the one that we just did.
Delete.
And then how do we continue on? Because remember how
You can't unless you press pause.
edit recording?
Oh, isn't it? Oh.
Oh no, you can't.
No, let's just press new and then I'll stop it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only if you pause it, but if you completely stop it, or like
That's
someone
fine.
calls, it like stops completely.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So what is another endearing sweet one that you have?
So, another thing that's really endearing to me is reading in public or like on a train. That's
That
just
is
so.
cute.
Whenever I see, especially like a young person that is not on their phone and they have a book instead of their phone, it's like wow,
That is mind blowing.
you're so mysterious and I want to get to know you.
You're educating yourself. I like it. I like it because I feel like nowadays we're all we hold our phones with, we don't put it in a pocket, we just like hold it like it's a brick.
Literally, she's a part of me now.
But to see someone like read a book on the train, it is really sweet. And I also think it's because, well, I do that because I just can't, like, I get motion sickness when I look at my phone and I'm on a train. But it also allows you time to read, because I'm not reading at home. Like, I have to read, I have to have, like, time to, like, an excuse to read.
Yeah, like, if I could be on my phone, then I'm going to choose to be on my phone.
Exactly.
But if I'm in public, then I'm going to read, because, you know.
I might as well, like, I'm going to keep refreshing Instagram 5 gazillion times? Like, no, I'm going to read instead. Yeah, that's a good one.
Imagine if they're just, like, reading, like, wow, they are so smart, and they're just reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That's like a 20-year-old man.
You just see, like, Diary of a Wimpy Kid or, like,
Captain Underpants.
Geronimo Stilton, Captain, yeah.
I'm like, wow, he's educated.
He is actually, Loki, because there was some difficult grammar in those books, I remember.
He was really, like, Diary of a Kid was discussing political issues.
Yeah, gross, by the way, but, like, also kind of difficult.
Yeah, they were, like, hard-hitting topics.
You were crying? You were, like, having these
I was crying while reading, yeah.
You're like, damn. Okay, my next one. You're gonna laugh at this one? When a straight guy listens to SZA or Beyonce.
For a second I was like, how is that cringe? And then I remembered what we were talking about.
Yeah. I think it's endearing because, like,
so endearing.
They don't be listening to SZA or Beyonce or really any female artists, and I don't really understand that, because, like, females kind of talk about their, well, some of them talk about their perspective as a female when a male is talking to them, and, like, so you, as a male you would relate to it more, Loki.
Yeah, honestly, if a man pulls up listening to Supermodel or like Weekend,
marry him. Marry him, so take him off the dating market and marry him. Put a ring on it, love, please. Do it for you, do it for your future children, do it for the man, and do it for the rest.
You gotta snatch him up quickly.
Because those people, they go like this.
Literally, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
I could imagine that. Or like he's like dropping you off and then he like starts, like he puts his foot on the gas.
Like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Or like, I lost it. Okay, well, carrying on.
Yeah. Okay, oh, I think that was all the endearing ones I had.
Yeah. Okay,
I had lots of cringe ones.
This is a really sweet one. Okay, we're gonna get into that one. I have a last endearing one. And it is when old people, like an old couple, an elderly couple, hold hands in public and like sit next to each other on like the bench, and like I've seen some like kind of lean over a little bit. That is the cutest thing ever. If we're not like that, yeah. I don't want it. Can I just drop it? I don't want it.
Literally, seeing people like in love is just so lovely. Especially the
old people, like you've been together for what, 80 years and you're still like that? I'd be like, gross, go away. Like,
you're still in your honeymoon phase.
Yeah, you're still like, you know what, I just need to hold your hand. Like, you guys are grown.
Literally. Like, I kind of expect people just hate each other.
Yeah, just be like fed up with each other. Like, I just want this life to be over.
Girl, he better be on his deathbed next week. No. But that's the
you're like trying to put some cyanide in his food. You better die right now. I'm done with this. Okay, but that is really sweet. So
that was lovely. That was actually, that's the most endearing thing to see.
Yeah. What are some dark-sided, such cringe-worthy things that you want to talk about?
I think being human is just cringe. Like, it's just innately cringe, just existing, but it's also kind of endearing. It's like, I don't know, it's a complex topic.
I think it's because we're just so used to living in our own selves, but not used to like seeing other people.
And I definitely think the internet impacted that. Now we're so hyper aware of what other people are doing, and like we're told like this is cringe, and now we're like, my god, anytime anyone does that, it's cringe.
Blessing and a curse, let me tell you.
So my cringe ones.
I have two, so you go, take it away.
Just like, well, first of all, this is a very obvious one, but like tripping in air. This when someone's walking and they just trip. Like, that is just so embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
It's like, I turn my head, I'm like, I didn't see that. If I'm with someone and they just trip, I just ignore it. I'm like, that didn't happen.
They're on the floor like,
ah! They twist their ankle, I'm just like...
They're like, oh! And you're just like...
I don't
Who?
see.
You want me? Okay.
Yeah, it's just so embarrassing to me. But it's like, you can't help it, but it's so embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, kind of similar to how when you like clip a curb with the wheel of the car, that's embarrassing.
Going over the curb.
And with like Vroom Vroom by Charlie XCX playing, it was like,
especially if cars behind you and they see it.
I'd be like this, like straight up. I'm like, don't look at me.
I literally duck when I'm driving. I'm like, don't see me. Literally, don't look at me, please.
You're ducking missiles.
Oh my god, it's so embarrassing.
That is a very cringeworthy one, and it's sad to say. Like, actually, like if someone falls, I will laugh in their face. Like, I'm not kidding. I've done that before, and I think I will continue to do that. Like, I won't feel empathetic.
It's just seeing people get hurt is funny.
It's funny. To a certain extent.
Not emotionally.
Not emotionally, yeah, but physically, yeah.
Break a bone.
Break a bone. Break a leg. Oh, I've been meaning that when I tell you break a leg.
I was not joking.
Similar to the customer service thing, when I ask the customer how they are and they say nothing back.
That is so, like, why? And they look at you so they, you know,
yeah, and they know, like, you know they hurt because it's silent and you're the only one speaking. And especially, like, if, for example, let's say you enter a store and you ask me how I am.
Hey, welcome, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, how are you?
Oh, I'm not bad.
No, you're not supposed to say something.
Oh.
You're supposed to say hi.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Good, thanks, how are you?
Can I buy this? That is rude.
No.
That is rude.
It is so rude. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at is...
Yeah.
How... I know that you've listened. I know that you heard. I know you have ears. I know there's no wax in those ears because you probably cleaned them because you probably had so much ear wax you had to make up for it. And I know that you trim your ear hairs.
It is embarrassing for them.
So embarrassing. For me and them. But more so for them.
Yeah,
like,
I'm embarrassed for them.
You all heard that she did not say, I am good, thanks, back. And I have one more, so you can do the rest.
Ooh, okay.
My last one is when someone's like ducking down or like bending over something and their underwear and their crack shows.
I love to see all the... No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, especially a man. Because it never happens to a woman usually. Because men, I don't know, they just can't wear pants or something.
Men, yeah, it happened. That now that I think of it, I don't think I've seen like a woman have that happen to them. It's always men. It's actually happened recently, which is why I added it on the list. It was gross. Like, I don't want to see your crack. I barely even know you. I don't even know your name. And now I see your crack. Instant ick. Low-key, like, you're a 0.
Honestly, like, especially, like, it's that underwear, like, old, got poop stains in them. It's, like...
skid marks on them. No. I think you can't recover from that.
Don't talk to me ever again.
It's over, yeah. Damn. Just like that.
Literally just end your life. I did not mean to say that.
She did not say that. It was the demons.
My next
You
one.
finish it up, because that was all of mine.
Okay, yeah, I have like 3 more, so I'm just going to say them. So, thinking you're good at singing and recording it, and then listening to it back is so cringe. And especially when you think you, like...
Did well.
You're like, Lana Del Rey's playing right now, let me record it, and I record it, and then I listen back, and it's so embarrassing.
It's like you put, like, I've done one where I, like, don't even lie that you've done this too. I put my headphones on and I recorded it. So, like, the music is through my headphones and I record it, he listens back, and then I do one without the headphones on to see, like, if there's a difference. Because I think I sound good with my headphones on. But lo and behold, I think my ears are permanently damaged from that.
Yeah, it's just...
I might have to get a hearing aid, actually.
It's kind of endearing, but so cringe.
No, it's
thinking about
cringe.
someone else doing it.
It's not, no, to me it's fully cringe, like... You think you sounded good, you would have already been Ariana Grande by now. But low-key, I feel like every person can sing. You have to just train your voice. No, everyone has the potential to sing. Some, like, just have a voice naturally. They don't have to work as hard, but, like, I think everyone can sing. That means me too. So, yeah, all the haters.
So, actually, when you record your voice, you actually are good at singing.
You're actually not good at singing, yeah, you're not actually bad. But it's
anything you just said.
It's the thought that you thought you were actually good at singing that's cringeworthy.
Yeah, men sitting on the toilet. Like, women, no, that's fine. It's like, you go...
You go, girl, yeah.
Girl. But a man just sitting on the toilet for like 10 minutes.
Like this?
Like, and like he's on his phone, just like...
No, let me have the audience see.
He's got the hunchback for days. It is really just... it's so embarrassing. Just imagining, like...
And they're naked too. Think
Literally,
about that.
a
They're
naked
naked.
man.
No, I've heard men say they take off all of their clothes before they sit on the toilet. Like, they have to get fully,
Really?
they have to strip. They can't just leave a shirt on. Like, okay, TMI, but I will just, like, roll it down to my knees.
You're just meant to, like, yeah, put it just enough
Just
so you
enough.
can go on the toilet.
And in case someone walks in, I can quickly just put it back and cover most areas. As a man, that is so vulnerable. Like, I thought men do
really
not like being
disturbing.
vulnerable.
Yeah, go back, put that clothes on.
Yeah.
Stop.
Because
Do not be
imagine,
vulnerable, please.
I bet someone has walked into you, like, pulling your pants off and have seen you naked like that. That's actually, like, an ick, low-key.
Yeah.
A man just sitting naked
On the toilet,
like, taking a two?
No.
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 We're discovering new things every day. Okay, that was a fantastic one.
One more.
One more?
Working out. Just someone working out.
What?
It's just, like, it's so embarrassing. Like, someone just doing, in their room, just doing push-ups to me. Like, a man. Mine are just men. I'm just like, men are cringe. No, but just, like, he's just in his room doing push-ups. That's so, like, vulnerable. Like, it's just super vulnerable
to
working out.
I don't think it is. I have to disagree. I have to disagree just because I feel like I'm so used to seeing people working out because of the gym. They're like, it's not weird to me. I think doing it on your bed is something different.
Yeah, I feel like in the gym setting it's more acceptable and less cringe because what else are you meant to do at the gym? But
you know how, like, you watch an ab video and then you start doing it on your bed as if, like, it's doing anything? That's cringy to me.
Yeah.
Like, if I
it's
walk
just
in,
him on his floor doing...
just push up.
It's like, a girl...
No, I think it's cute. He's like, let me get a pump real quick.
It's like, I got a 5 minute.
He might take a sassy pic to someone. He's like, let me just get my biceps going real quick. That's what it's like to me. It's okay. It teeters the line between endearing and cringeworthy. How about that?
Yeah, that's true.
But like, men sitting on the toilet seat, that got me.
Yeah, that was, you can't recover.
You can't recover.
Just imagining Timothy Chalamet doing that literally makes me want to die.
Literally the hottest person you can ever think of them sitting on a toilet seat. That is the biggest ick. I think we've discovered it. I think our time is done. Like, it's over. Have you walked in on anyone before in the bathroom? Like, at, like, a public...
Probably at a party or something, like, me being completely, like, out of it, just been like, oh, and then just not, just, like, leaving again.
I was like, let me join you.
I always lock the door when I go, even, it doesn't matter how, like...
How much you know the person, you always lock them?
At a party, I always lock the door.
You know I can open the locked door in my bathroom?
You pick the lock?
Like, I can... When I was younger, I discovered a thing where, like, if I, like, twist my hands away, I can unlock it from the other side. Like, you lock it inside, I can open it for you. So, yeah, I'm an instigator. I'm an instigator, so what are you going to do about it? I'm going to create an argument and then blame it on you. I'm a gaslight, that's the word.
And I love it. And I love to see it.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was that. Let me know yours down below if you've got one. A couple of them. Sweet, endearing, and cringeworthy dark-sided qualities.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about something that's really on my mind because we saw something about it, and it's when people arrive at your house unannounced and uninvited. And I wish we had someone here that could, like, tell us their story about that and why they do that, but it's a very common thing.
Yeah, but, like, yeah, I want to know why.
Why?
Do that, but I feel like I haven't met many people who do that.
I know people. So it's like when you're in the area, right, you'll be like, instead of calling them... Okay, all I'm going to say, if I have my own house, give me 24-hour notice. I don't care if you're in the area and you're like, let me pop by. Don't pop by. The answer is no. Don't even call me 5 minutes before and be like, let me just see you real quick. No.
Even if it's like an hour, that's still not enough time, girl.
I could be birthing a baby. Full on, like, screaming.
I could be naked on the
toilet seat.
Girl.
With my rolls, like, just, and I'm, like, touching them. Like, I could be doing all of that. And your ass finna come into my village.
Outside the door right now.
In the DMV, right outside. No. And I think it's a very common thing. I thought this was going to be a longer segment, but, like, I think this is a very common thing in, like, Middle Eastern cultures or, like, just cultured people.
Yeah, like non-Western cultures, it's very common just to...
Pull up, like,
Because you, like, if you have no family member, you're like, oh, I just have to see them.
Yeah, because especially with, so I have a story to say, I'm going to bring that up. They'd be like, I'm on my way, and I have not told her about this, and the details are a bit fuzzy, but let me tell you. So,
Sorry, guys, sorry.
So, my family lives all over the world. Like, in our city, they live in different parts of the city.
The city we live in?
The city we live in is really spread out.
Super spread out.
Like, you have north and south of the river.
Like, you can drive like 2 hours and you're still in the same city.
Exactly. So, it was Eid. And Eid is like New Year's. And different cultures have it, but it's like a Middle Eastern sort of thing. And in my culture, when it's Eid, each family member comes by to your house to like, they call it Eid Dani. They come to like look at there's like a table that you make, a tradition, have tea, and just like say hi, like Happy New Year, you know?
They say, live your fantasy.
Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Eid. So, it was that time of the year, and my family relatives, I hope they're not watching this, they live like real far away. My uncle's like hella mad. They live far away, so they were coming to see one of my aunties. She doesn't live, she lives like 20 minutes away. And my mom had a feeling that they would just drop by unannounced, like uncalled for. She had a feeling.
She knew.
And she knew, and guess what happened? They did. They came to our house, and my dad was not aware of this, and my dad has a bit of a temper.
All dads are like that.
All ethnic dads are like that. And he also just doesn't like when people drop by house unannounced, which I don't blame him. So when my mom told him that she has a bit of a feeling that they're coming over, he went off. He just like fully attacked everyone. Like, I don't even want to say what he was saying in like our language because he would be criminalized. Let's just say that. He would be in jail.
He's like, no motherfucker stepping in my house unannounced, which is
baldy head, like, yeah, all of that stuff. And the thing is, my dad can be heard by whales in the ocean. So it was very unfortunate timing, but they were outside when he was putting them on blast. And they heard everything. Every little thing, that any insult he was saying, they heard it. And we only knew that they were at our house because we heard the keys into the little like keyhole. We heard the car turn on, the engine on, and they left. And they didn't call us. And my mom realized that they were at our house when they had like started to pull out the driveway and then drive off.
Has your mom like brought
it
up?
She called, this is a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
She called and was like, oh, you were at our house, and then she was like, I'm so sorry for what you heard and all of that. But they were like a little bit mad at us for a couple months. Like, they did not want to speak to us or speak to my dad or let alone my mom for like a while.
Well, it's not even, your mom she's in the middle of this. But I get both sides of the situation. Like, yeah, of course you can't just come to someone's house, but then also, they're wrong time, wrong place.
Exactly, but I gotta say, I have no sympathy for my relatives because they should have been new. They should have known. Like, you cannot, this is the exact reason why I will always say this. You cannot drop by someone's house without letting them know at least 24 hours or give it 12 hours, okay? 12 hours notice.
And that's so weird, they're just outside your house listening.
They were like about to ring the doorbell, and I think that's when I started hearing my dad like,
yeah.
And then they like started to listen because they could, understand what they were saying, and then that's when they like really understood what they were saying, and they were like,
oh, we gotta go.
But honestly, yeah, we gotta go. Like, yeah, it's just so. But the thing is that I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they were in the wrong.
They had it come in.
But it's also like, ooh.
And my dad should have not, but he's in the comfort of his own home. Poor man.
It's his own house.
Yeah.
That's the problem with undergrad guys. You can't even be yourself in your own house.
Exactly, because they could be listening.
They're literally outside.
They're like,
oh, hey.
Hey. Hey. And, so I don't really...
Yeah, like, what was it? We're recording the podcast, and then...
And with bad-mouthing Cynthia,
and then
and
her
Cynthia's
ugly
outside.
ass comes...
Yeah. Her glass is right out there, like, no. At that point, you better get your feelings hurt. I don't care. Like, don't even talk to me anymore. Like, that's on you.
And it's like 2022, there's a phone now. Like, I get in the 80s, okay, like 80s, you already had like a house phone, so you can't call someone in the car, whatever.
No, you can call someone, you have a car phone. You can call someone and Bluetooth it onto your car.
You can call someone by your watch now. That's how advanced we are. You can't even let someone know that you're coming to their house.
You said it better than I could. And that's why, like, I'll bring this up again. I could be giving birth, screaming, my soul will be sucked out into the sky, and I'm not even mad if you heard it. That's on you. You'll be traumatized on yourself.
Yeah.
So, advice for everybody, don't ever shoot a text that says, on my way.
If you're watching this and you just, like, randomly go to motherfuckers' houses, don't do that.
Don't do the, yeah. Don't pull up to motherfuckers' houses unannounced. That's my place. It's my moat. And even if it was my husband, I wouldn't do it. Like,
it's his own house.
It's his own
You
house.
better let me know that you're coming to your own house.
I could be in the bathroom and I'm like, la 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 la.
I could be with my second husband. Like, gotta give me time. No.
Is that?
I get that.
Is that?
Yeah, that was really interesting. I can't believe that.
People do that, yeah. People actually do that. So, this is going to be a serious one. This is going to take us to, like, majority of them.
Yeah, I'm just reading because I have my notes on my phone and I was like, what are we talking about next? Okay.
So, this is something I'm very interested in knowing about from you because I never asked you this question, and from you too.
Let's know.
So, I want to know, what are your dating non-negotiables? Like, if you
like
have...
a deal breaker.
Deal breaker. If you have or don't have one of these things, it's done. I'm over, I'm going to drop it and not pick it back up. What are those things? Like, it has to be a 10 out of 10. I have to leave this conversation.
Yeah, honestly.
I'll ghost you.
Because you told me that question just a few nights ago and I was thinking about it and I was just looking back in the past.
Because you have,
I've
got a lot of history.
I've had a lot of situationships and relationships. Yeah, and I was just thinking about it. Some of the things that I've let slide. It's embarrassing for me. Like, embarrassing for them for saying these crazy stuff, and I've let them slide. But, like, now I wouldn't let it slide. Like, it's a deal breaker now.
It's a deal breaker now.
But at the time, I would just let it slide because I'm like...
Oh, you're thinking more so about, like, things that, like, when someone says something or,
yeah,
like,
something
does something.
out of pocket. Super out of pocket. And before I would be like, okay, that's...
Fine.
Oh, that's weird, but okay. But now...
It's, like, more than a red flag. It's like a
run. It's
run
a
flag.
Run flag.
We need to make one of those for real because, well, I'm thinking more so about, like, qualities and traits. Like, if I'm in the talking phase with someone, I discover this. But we could do a bit of both because...
Yeah, definitely. Let me know what like, give me a couple so I can know.
So, the first one, which I think is important, and I didn't think it was important before, when I was a bit more naive a couple years back, is religion. Ooh, religiousness.
It is such a big, like, it's also a little bit taboo as well to talk about. I feel like a lot of people don't like talking about it, but I think it's really important.
It is important because I don't know if, so I'll ask the question later, but I think looking back, I was like, oh, it's okay if they're not, like, with, like, if they don't have faith. I don't actually care about what religion you practice as long as you are religious. Maybe in the future I'll start becoming more picky, like, when I learn more, but at this point I'm just like, you could be Christian, Jewish a religion? Just double checking. Muslim, like, I don't care.
You can be from any side.
Right.
Point.
As long as you have faith in God, because it impacts a lot about someone's mindset and how they, like, look at things.
Oh, so you wouldn't date someone who doesn't really have religion?
No, I wouldn't.
That's interesting.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't. Like, again...
That's interesting.
Okay, and the reason why I'm also not, like, super strict about this is because I would say on the religious scale, I'm, like, a 6.5 out of 10. Like, I'm not super by the book religious, but I'm also, like, I pray every night, like, you know, and I turn to God.
She has a God, and she sticks by him. Exactly. That's interesting, especially in...
Our dating.
Where I feel like with younger generations, religion is declining as a thing, that not many people have, like, a strong religion that they follow. It's really rare to find someone, especially Gen Z, who's
super by the book.
Really religious. So that's an interesting thing.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't think I would date someone who's also super religious because they probably don't want to date me who's, like, not super religious. I'm just saying, like, have faith in God because I just feel like you're more resilient when you are religious because that's kind of what religion teaches you. And you're able to bounce back better and just how you perceive certain issues and challenges are going to be completely different to someone who isn't religious.
Honestly, yeah, so I'm not religious at all. Like,
We're not doing.
Girl, we're not compatible to dude. That's alright. I'll cry.
I'll cry about it later.
But it's an interesting thing because it is what you're saying, how the way you see the world is so different based on your religion, because it definitely gives you, religion gives you something to believe.
Yeah.
Like, it gives you some hope. Like, it gives you something to follow and to learn by. But when you're not religious, it's a lot harder not having faith, because you're kind of on your own.
On your own, yeah. That's probably another reason why a lot of people are religious, is because they're never alone. But I just see it like, for example, if I have a bad test score, I feel like I'm not going to be that... Well, firstly, my personality, I won't be like super down about it. But I'm also just like, okay, well, that's fine. Like, I trust in God. I trust in the fact that, like, I'm going to do better, and He's going to strengthen me to do better. That's what I mean. And also, I can't be praying at night just like, oh God, guide me. And you're just there like, hurry up! Or like, twiddling your fingers, like, picking the dirt from your nails. Like, on your phone even, like, no, you have to be next to me praying
that's really
to.
Sweet, kind of.
Because, like, could you...
Okay.
I think about that a lot. I'm just like...
That's interesting. I've actually never thought about that.
Because I pray on my bed. So I'm just like...
Be a pray girl.
If you're sleeping and if you're like... No. Oh my God. Okay, when I was younger... I'll go on to the next one. But when I was younger, my dad told me if I ever had a bad dream, to, like... I would always come to, like, my parents' room. But he'd be like, go back to your bed and say a little prayer and then go back to sleep.
I say a little
prayer for you. And it always worked, right? I always had... God just blessed my dreams from that point on. So, like, imagine I'm sleeping next to me... And
I was just thinking, I was like, maybe I need to get a God, because my dreams are really
scary. Yeah, maybe you need to, like, turn to God.
So scary.
Yeah, because he trickled into them. But I'm sleeping, right? And then I wake up, bad dream. He's like... And I'm like, oh God, guide me. Like, I cannot, that, no. Yeah. He can't be like that. I can't be praying and, no. So that's why religion to me is important. Or like faith, should I say.
I mean, that's a really big deal breaker. I feel like because...
It can break relationships.
I have to say, I get along with lots of different personalities.
Yeah.
Which is why I probably have been with lots of things of people, because...
Lots of faces.
Yeah, I don't really have super strong deal breakers, because I'm not religious, so it's not going to be like... I probably wouldn't... I have to say I wouldn't date a religious person. I don't want religion in my relationship at all.
You don't want religion?
No, no religion in my... So I guess that's a deal breaker for me. If someone's religious,
sense.
I can't date them.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, again, if someone was super religious, they wouldn't want to date someone who's like... Well, who knows? But, for the most part. But now I'm like curious, like... If I met, let's say, like a Muslim guy, and I'm not Muslim, so if I met a Muslim guy and I fell in love with him, would he, like, break it off? Like, how important is it to people to, like, nowadays, like, our generation, to wed someone or, like, date someone even that's practicing the same religion as them?
Honestly, I think it just depends on the person.
Person?
I feel it's very personal, and it's whatever, like, how they've grown up, I guess, how important it was to their family as well.
But I also feel like if I met, like, the one, why would religion get in the way? Because, let me say this, even though they're all, like, very different, and I have respect for them in their own separate entities and ways, if you break down religion, you all kind of are praying to, like, a God or to God. Like, you're praying to God. Yeah. You are believing in God. Like, it's kind of same but different.
Well, honestly... So I feel like some people that are quite, like, religion's really, like, important to them.
Deep-rooted, yeah.
It's kind of like their God is the only God. Like, it's good.
Yeah,
and
true.
some people, like, God is above, like, any relationship they'll have. So that's, like, the most important thing to them.
Yeah, I might be not thinking, I'm not, yeah, that, what I just said might not be including a lot of other religions. Because, like, for example, in Christianity, you have God, then you have Jesus, and then you have the Holy Spirit. So, like... Yeah, like God's like, you know, I don't know. But I want to know how important it is to people nowadays. Like,
yeah, I feel like...
Our age. Like,
yeah.
What are we, Gen Z?
Gen Z.
Gen Z, yeah.
I'm Gen A, B, C,
D. Woo! Turn up.
D's nuts.
Got him.
But yeah, that was really interesting. Now I have to think of more serious ones, because I'm like...
No, tell me some of the goofy ones.
Mine are just like...
Tell me some of the goofies.
Okay, so mine's more based on things that people say, like, because I think what you say reveals a lot about your beliefs and your morals.
Yeah, so hit me up with some of the ones, because you got experience.
An obvious one is homophobic in any way. Like, that's obvious to me. That's, like, 100% a deal breaker. Now, to me, I feel like with lots of guys, they say things that are slightly misogynistic, because I think it's so deeply rooted in their brains.
Like, it goes by generations.
It's not, like, a deal breaker, but it's something I will argue and be like, it depends, like, how. If it's something super sexist, then I'll be like, ew, no. But if it's just something that's, like, slightly...
A little bit
and they kind of, like, just don't... Because it's so rooted in society to think this way, that I will argue, but I won't feel like it's a deal breaker.
Is there a specific example you have?
Let's see. Well, just, like, supporting, like, super misogynistic, like, people who are online. Okay, if it's fresh and fit, then that's a deal breaker. Man, no. But if it's, like... Just, like, one of those, like, kind of just, like, slightly misogynistic podcasts, like... You'd like, call out a fellow podcaster, if it was, like, Joe Rogan or something.
Oh, yeah. That's
it's
like
like,
a lot of
that's
people listen
every
to Joe Rogan.
man. That's the thing.
My coworker who's a female listens to Joe Rogan.
I know, everyone loves him, but he is just, like, I don't like... He's not, like... That's the thing, he's not super misogynistic, like, fresh and fit, but just slightly the things... Some things he says. His content is very just like hyper masculine, alpha male kind of.
Yeah, like red pill, blue pill.
Yeah, pushing that kind of narrative, which is it's his like slide thing. So I'll be like, hey, did you know that? Blah 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 blah. But it's not a deal breaker. It's not like I'm gonna break up with you because you like Joe Rogan.
I will say talking about channels. I will say one good channel that I feel like brings up. It's not misogynistic, I don't think, but brings up like the fact that women can contradict themselves and like how women want different things in life. In like a way that's respectful is Playback by Agent and Low. Agent Double O and Low. But they like react to... Yeah, actually. Anyways, but I do think, it's just a little gross. I feel like some people can... I can't think of an example right now, but there's definitely things that men can say that you have to do a double take on, like, wait, what?
You have to keep an eye out.
I can't throw because I'm what? A female?
Yeah, like...
Don't be dare say it.
I've had boys say about the gym, they're like, oh, gym is like it's a boy thing. How come every time I go to the gym I only see girls like doing legs or whatever? See, that's like slightly like...
Okay, how come every single time I go to the gym you're hitting arms?
And how come every time I go to the gym you're just sitting on your phone in front of the mirror?
Taking photos of your biceps.
Yeah, like... Okay.
That is misogynistic because like girls might have like 3 or 2 leg days and then like 2... Like they might have slightly less because... That's their goals. Yeah, but a lot of girls do train upper body. I don't know, but it's not even that. It's like if they say like, oh, women only, like...
Yeah, like, how can I go to the gym? I only see women do legs.
Yeah, I guess like pointing out a fact isn't exactly misogynistic, but it's like a something
it's
within
like an
that realm.
assumption, and that assumption is based on misogyny, so it is misogynistic.
Like they're weak and like they don't...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I see.
But yeah, that's just another thing. Yeah, also, my last one is...
I think I know who that was targeted to. Like, I know who caused that. I think.
My last one is someone who's disrespectful to my parents and their own parents. That's a big thing to me, because family is a big...
That was my next one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, respect. Oh my god.
Can we kiss?
Come closer. Come closer.
That was a little quickie. Pee-pee. But
respect is really important. Oh my god, I know who this one was to. Shout out to my ex. You're really quite the man.
Yeah, it's just disgusting, especially like okay, some people yes, we've all have toxic parents. Some of us have bad parents, but just like disrespectful in front of them, especially like if I'm at your house and you're just like being mad disrespectful to your mom.
Oh.
It's so awkward as well.
That is... I want to leave. I want to leave for the sake of you. We've experienced that together at the same function.
We have. Like, being so rude to your parents, especially if they're just being nice.
Like, shouting, like, listen. No. Don't do... Okay.
That is a deal breaker, I'm sorry.
Never shout at your parents, of course, but, like, we'll get those times when we, like, raise our voice.
Like, it's normal to argue with people.
But don't ever bring that in front of people.
I know. It's, like...
And don't ever talk... So, if I'm with you, let's say, like, 5, 6 years. At this point, we're married maybe. And you're like, and I might be talking bad about my mom, but if you're like talking ill about my mom too, no.
Yeah.
No.
You listen.
Shut the fuck up.
Don't say a word against my mom.
Don't you? Yeah, now I was talking about my mom. Now I'm defensive of you.
Her name out of your mouth.
Period. Okay.
It's like,
Don't do that. No. It's just disrespectful. I feel like
I've had a boy when my parents said something to them. They rolled their eyes. My parents didn't see it. I saw it, and I was immediately like, but because see, this is what I mean. I let things slide when I was younger. Sorry, like I just let it slide. But now I wouldn't because I'm a girl.
Yeah, you'd be like, bitch, you wanna fight? I would. You beat his. No, we don't support violence. We're just joking, but yeah, disrespectful to your parents, my parents, if you're just disrespectful to everyone, any person, even animals, fuck it, anything.
Oh that's a
no deal breaker.
Waiters, anyone.
Friends, like I don't want to be affiliated with you if you're just a disrespectful person, and that is a deal breaker, believe it or not.
Yep. Okay, and that was my last one, so that was.
Yeah, okay? I'm just making sure it's recording. Oh. The way I'm squinting.
I thought you were looking at something.
That was your last one? Okay.
Yeah.
Facts. So then, what time are we on? Okay, we have time. I will say this, and maybe one time we can like do a question about certain traits that we don't find ideal in a partner, but if you are someone who's, let me just quote this, extremely deep-rootedly jealous and pessimistic.
Yeah, that's like just like quality I don't like.
I personally, some people say like, everybody is jealous. I don't think that. I think there's some people who are on this earth who like they're not like, they might have that thought but they don't ever pick up on it. And they're just more so focused on themselves, and they're not jealous of like, oh, my girl's out going here, or she's doing this, or etc. And I know there's people out there who are extremely pessimistic, and anything, like I'm a realist and an optimist at the same time. But I know people who are like, every single thing, they just like, no, like I can't, like, oh, it's not going to be good, or like,
yeah, I hate a negative
person. The mindset, like, it's just not going to, it's not going to allow you to grow anywhere if you're just always pushing yourself down.
How are you going to experience life if you're constantly like, this is going to be bad, I don't want to do this, I don't want to try that?
Yeah, it's not a good energy to be around, and I feel like you're only just putting yourself down. And I'm sure there's people out there who are pessimistic and have reached a lot of goals, but it's like, wouldn't you be so much more happier if you would have had faith in yourself while doing them, and faith in other people? And I do not like jealousy. Like, I literally, like, get the fuck away, like.
Literally, I'm gonna get my sage, get that evil energy out of here.
I will say, I have a friend, I'm not gonna specifically say her name because she's a current friend, but I've accepted this about her, but I would not marry her. If I had to
not marry my friends.
Yeah, if I mean, swang that way, I would not marry her, definitely not. Sorry. But it's like she's jealous to the point where like she'll always be asking me, oh my god, like let's say I'm trying to lose weight. We'll bring that up. She'll be like, oh my god, like how many kilos are you done by? Like it's been like literally 4 days and she'll ask the same thing. And like a week later she'll ask the same thing.
I hate someone that makes me feel like I'm like, oh, yeah, stop talking to me.
She'll keep on bringing it up, and it's not in a way to be like, oh, like, how's it going? Like, how's your weight loss going? It's like trying to keep tabs on me.
I hate.
You know what I mean?
That does that.
Yeah, trying to keep tabs. So like even friendships like that, like I don't like that. That's why I don't spend much time with her. Sorry, but it's like, and not even that. It's everything. Actually, one time, bring me close. This is like the last thing I'm gonna say about this topic. She said. And I'll say this to her face, so I don't really care if I'm saying it to, like, people. She said to me, we were in high school, year 12, she said, if you get a prom or ball date and I don't, I'm going to be jealous.
Oh my god, you told me this.
Yeah, I'm going to be jealous. I'm not going to be happy for you. I'm going to be jealous. But she said that.
That's a bit, like, a scary thing to say.
Yeah, I respect her honesty.
Sometimes honesty is not
right. I was like, wait, why? Why are you, why, bro, why?
Am I you? That's like an intrusive thought, and you don't tell people your intrusive thoughts.
She thought, she was like, ooh. I've thought about this, don't get upset, and then she said it. That's just a silence for like a straight minute there. people raise...
I don't like... Why are you friends with someone if you're praying for their downfall?
She low-key. I feel like low-key she might be. Like, I
Keep
don't
an eye
know.
out for Selena.
She's a nice
Keep an eye
person, but I feel like those sorts of things are like genetic space. Like, she inherited those, and I do not want my kid inheriting those traits.
It's fine to have friends and admit that you can keep a distance from them.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be super close with all your friends. Like, you can, like, hang out with them and then, you know, go home at the end of the day and not be super intensely involved in their lives.
And, like, not talk to them all the time, or maybe, like, see them once every 2 weeks, because I hated it. But I never, like, told her up in her face, because I'm not a confrontational person.
And also, sometimes you don't need to. You can just move on.
Yeah.
You don't need to cause drama. You can just silently hunt.
And if they ask, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Where are we on? We got time. So, I'll just, like, quickly skim through the rest of these. So, big deal breaker to me, which this may be controversial because I feel like a lot of our generation is doing this right now. If you heavily engage with intoxicants, and I like alcohol and
I think that's also
D-word.
part of, because
It's part of
religion as well, it also has an
that too.
influence, because in every religion that's like just not a thing that's like, they're
not
not
advised. They're not advised. I want to know what religion advises that, to be
My
honest.
religion is pro-drinking, pro-ecstasy.
Hennessy, you're feeling me.
I get that too.
But, like, you could be religious, and, like, I know plenty of people who are religious and, like, still partake in those things. Like, a lot of people. And those are the people, I guess, who are not super attached to their religion, or, like, they have their reasons. But I think I just don't like any sort of dependency on anything.
Yeah, there's
like
a
major
difference between
dependency.
Like you're gonna go out have a fun night with girls, get a drink, and then being like, okay, every weekend I need to have a drink or I can't
need to get
have
blasted.
fun. That's alcoholism.
Yeah,
that's a problem, and people won't recognize it because it's so normalized.
Like, how many parties have I been where the same people would get drunk every single weekend? I just
blackout drunk.
Like,
and falling on the floor, like you can't
tumbling down the stairs.
You can't speak. You can't open your eyes, like. And no one's gonna say anything to you because it's so, like, normalized.
Yeah. I just like, look away, but honestly, no, I don't like it. Again, it's okay if you want to have, like, a drink or so. I mean, I'm not a huge drinker, and I do not take any other intoxicants, besides caffeine sometimes. But even caffeine, I stopped taking because I just hated the fact that I was dependent on something that has more negative effects in the long term than positive effects.
Yeah, I mean, that's really mature. I was gonna say a sentence and now my brain can't remember.
Some people just...
Oh yeah, with addictions.
Yeah.
Like, people think the obvious, they think, oh, like heroin, like, okay, crack, that's an addiction. But you can be addicted to, like gambling as well. That could, like,
pre-workout. You'd be addicted to pre-workout, and that's bad. Anything, too much
exercising. Yeah.
Too much of anything is a bad thing. Always have that in your mind, and be aware, and keep a safe distance from it.
Keep a tab on yourself.
Yeah. Again, if you're just using it recreation, I still don't like it. I really don't like it. Like,
I'm, like,
I would be
pretty neutral, but I get why.
Yeah. I think I would rather have you, like, be just not into that at all.
Like, if I can't be around you when you're just, like, so...
That's sad.
Someone I want to be around.
You're just, you're out there doing that, and then I'm inside and I have... No, that's just sad. I don't like it. No, and it's... Deal breaker. Low-key, if you do that all the time, no. See ya. I'm not for you, you're not for me. And it's sad, because you might have actually been a really good person, but... Okay, and then I'll just say the last two things really quickly. Non-ambitious. I don't want to be the type of girl that's your mom and your girl and be like, wake your ass up. Uzi. Like, I don't want to be that.
Wake your ass up, get ready for school. If I have to be your mom.
No.
Put a diaper on you.
No.
Buckle you in.
Buckle you into the seat.
Literally. Gotta have your safety belt on.
Drop you off to school.
Put you in daycare. No.
Make your lunchbox.
Oh,
like, I'll take care of you, but not like that.
No, I could never make lunch from it.
Oh, we'll talk about that, because I have something to say after this podcast.
I'm just very anti doing anything from it.
And the last one is, if you're not family orientated. Is that one that you care about?
Yeah, I'm very family orientated, loving family. Actually, it's not a deal breaker. Like, I understand some people aren't close to their own families, but if they come into my family and we can be family orientated together, then that's fine.
It's a different thing, like, if you obviously don't have a big family, or you just don't have a family at all, you're on your own.
Yeah, or you just like doing it alone, that's okay.
Yeah, more power to you, you know, like you gotta, family is like, it's the difficult thing because...
You can make your own family.
You can make your own family, yeah.
Like, this is my wife, sister, cousin.
And twin. Bink. Pew. But, yeah, it's a, like, you know, that's a different topic, but just, when I mean family orientated, I also mean like, you love family, you love like seeing them often, you're close with your cousin, or like, you know, because you're close to them, your name, okay, I'm close with my cousin, you don't have to be close, but like, you know, just see them regularly, see them often, drop by your grandma's house.
Actually, I rarely see my family, but I'm close
You're
with
close
my, like,
with them.
My parents, for me, because I don't have a big family, when I refer to family, I'm just talking about my parents and my brother.
That too.
It's very tiny, but I get, like, if you have a lot of family.
You just like people, but like you like the closeness of people, and you like you defend
like
them.
You value.
You value.
Yeah, you value family. It doesn't have to be your own family, but you value family.
And that's why I like these non-negotiable things, because it shows your values. And I've got a really, if we had the mic, but Steve Harvey, tell him. He's told him a lot about values. But also
Steve Harvey.
Is it the one that
Who's
does
that
Dr. Phil, but like not Dr. Phil. He's on Family Feud.
Oh, Family, yes, Steve Harvey.
His own, yeah. That combo though, Dr. Phil and Steve Harvey.
Dr. Phil, he's not a real psychologist,
He's not even licensed. That's not his story for no time.
You don't want to spend like 10 years with someone and then they're like, I don't want to have a child with
I
you.
think I would like dip. Like I don't think you would see me after
Literally,
that
I
point.
would move, change identity.
If I was with someone for 10 years and they led me on saying, we'll have a kid, and then they're like, I don't want one.
That's actually so awful.
That is
to do someone. That's
the
actually
worst. You're the scum of the earth if you do that.
That and cheating.
You should be sentenced.
Like, especially if you know the person really, like, that's their thing in life that they really want.
I know.
Wow, that's
like,
awful.
like, I would love to, right? If God blesses, like, I would love to, and you better want to.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, for me it's not, I'm the iffy person, so now
I
you don't have to
understand.
know.
Oh yeah, I understand, like, if you don't, like, obviously, we're younger, like, you don't have to definitely know now,
No, right
but
now,
if you
yeah.
can see yourself and you like children, like, if you look at children and you smile and you, like, want to play with them, that's actually very attractive with a guy with a kid.
Yeah,
A guy
seeing
with a
someone
baby.
you like, being cute with, like, animals or kids.
Animals too,
that's really
yeah,
lovely.
oh my god, animals may scratch their...
Like, I
got me
love
set.
someone who's good with animals. Like, if they are good with dogs and cats.
You just touch them, it's just like, damn. Do
Wow.
that to me.
I can be that cat.
I just got what you said that. But, yeah. You
I
have
guess,
to know.
I think if you're a bit older, it's more important. Because, like,
Mhm.
right now, it's like, you're 19.
Yeah.
And that's not everyone's priority. But if you're, like, late 20s and you're 30s and you're
And
still
you're
like, I don't even know.
No, sorry, bye-bye.
That's
That's why
like the
dating
prime
gets hard.
time.
Yeah. But I'm just going to be cut to the chase now, because I know, I kind of know what I want, but I still don't know, but I know. And yeah, that's the main thing.
I think it's good to know what you want. It makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
You don't have to waste any time.
No. That's why this is really good. I'm going to come back to this next
I'm going to
person
come
I
back to
told
this
you.
video
Yeah.
and take my own advice, because sometimes
Take
I
my-
need it.
Write it down. I'm going to take my notes. I think that was mainly it. Yeah, like...
Yeah, I think we've been recording for a long time, so we're
Now
now
it's
at
on.
an hour.
Now we're going to talk about the media.
Media on my mind.
minds.
Ooh, did
Ooh.
I just do something?
I'm going to sing a little bit of the songs that I want to
Media
recommend.
on our mind, yeah. Give me a song.
My songs for this ep, where are they? I wrote them down. So the first one I know is a really popular one, but there's some people who still don't know the song and they need to know it. And that's Essence by Wizkid featuring the lovely Thames. It goes like this, ready? You don't need no other body, only you can feel my body. So I gotta remember tonight. So, like that, okay? I'll
Yeah.
keep the performance. You have to pay me for it, okay? That is a great song. All I Do by Stevie Wonder goes, all I do is think about you. Love Stevie. His voice is beautiful.
Love Stevie.
Stevie's a very like chill artist to just put on and relax to.
I,
And also be like, la la la. Like he's a bit of both.
I would smoke a blunt with him.
Stevie does not do that.
Stevie,
Or does he?
if you're watching. Anyway,
Oh,
one more song.
Comfortable by Wheezy. Lil Wayne, should I specify? And featuring Babyface. How about you?
Very nice. That was very nice.
I'm not even gonna sing that because I can't rap.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sing mine, but
I'll sing it for you.
she'll sing for me. First one is Come and Get Your Love by Redbone. It's a classic, like, when you hear it's one of those songs when you hear it, you know it's like a classic, but lately I've just been singing a little. Come and get your love.
Oh, yeah! Oh, see, you should do the vocals, man.
Guys, remember when I said it was cringe when you think you can sing but you actually can't?
Hey,
I was lying.
Yes, there you go. She can sing. Next song.
Steve Lacy again. I did mention him in my last media, but he released a song actually like yesterday. Or it was like day before, because his album's coming out really soon, so he's releasing songs every other day. It's called Sunrise. It's featuring Fauché, this girl, I think that's his name, but it was just lovely, a little sweet
little bop.
I love guitar, bass in it, and I was like, okay, Steve. Imagine calling your kid Steve.
Yeah,
like a baby comes out of the womb and you're like, Steven. Peter.
We're gonna, this is a tangent, like,
but anyways,
this is a whole other question.
That song, you did that. And my last one, this album came out start this year, by Big Thief. Simulation Swarm by Big Thief. Very lovely song.
I will listen to these, don't worry, because it's on the playlist. So.
Yeah, I'll add it to the playlist.
Yeah. I like how we have differing tastes because it adds, like, because I like your taste and you like
I like your taste, yeah.
So, like, it just adds
and I feel
together.
like I'm a person who goes through phases, so sometimes I'm more like R&B, but now I'm in my...
You're in your, like...
Indie
phase. You always go back to the indie phase, low-key.
and you always go back to the rap R&B.
Exactly. Films. So again, I have not watched any new ones, but I recommend this beautiful one. It's called Le Cercle Rouge. I don't know how to say it in French, but it is called The Red Circle in English. It's by Jean-Pierre Melville, and I think that's how you say it, 1970. And this, firstly, the main actor in this, yeah, look it up. Main actor in this is he's beautiful, and it's basically a glorified jewelry heist, super artsy, so beautiful to watch. I've never seen anything more beautiful. Watching a crime like that, it's not crime, it's art. That's what I gotta say about it. There's a whole 20-minute section of them actually like stealing the jewelry, which is not a spoiler because literally a heist is stealing jewelry. And it is gorgeous.
I might have to check it out.
If you don't watch the movie, just like look up that segment on YouTube, please, for me. Thank you so much. What's your movie?
You like a very beautiful. You are into your movies, and I love it.
5. It's really rare for me to mention 5 out of 5 movie, but that's a 5. Like, okay. I'm telling you, Marriage Story, which is actually that's a 5 to me now. But it used to be a 4.5. Like, I'm very particular. But what is your...
She got picky taste.
TV rec?
So mine, I haven't watched a movie in a long time. My TV show kind of growing, but my TV shows are just super basic, so I'm not going to talk about that. But a movie that I watched a while ago, which I loved, was Magnolia. That is a classic. Like, if you're into your movies, you've probably seen her, because she's super pretentious movie.
Magnolia? What? I don't know her.
She is a 3-hour movie, has Tom Cruise. I hate Tom Cruise, he's creepy weird.
Tom Cruise is wild. You just birthed me, yeah.
He is crazy, he scares me, but he plays like this incel, like, motivational speaker in the movie, and he's like, guys, girls aren't shit, but I can teach you how to get any girl you want if you buy my book, and that's the role he plays in the movie, which is like
every TikTok.
I'm like, you probably are just playing yourself.
He is, because we all knew about him. Scientologist.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, no, I'm going to bleep that out because I don't want to get those people on my doors.
He's knocking at your door like, hey man! But such a good movie. The soundtrack, lovely. It's by some famous director, but I don't know the names of directors. I know. But lovely, watch Magnolia. And that is my movie. I also have one podcast I just wanted to give a shout out to. I loved. Violating Community Guidelines by Brittany Broski and Sarah Sasha. Can't pronounce her last name. But they just released, it was just this, I think, it's like they are funny women. They're lovely.
funny women, yeah.
Um,
They're a hoot.
They are, and they released an episode started this week that I just really liked. It was about catfish, and they talked a lot about men, and it was really good. Like the second half of the podcast, everyone should watch because it was just like really insightful.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, I always like get it recommended on YouTube, but I just never. I have to be like in an energetic mood to watch it. But I might just check that out.
One episode, I was like, ooh, that was really good. Like,
okay.
Some points were made.
They were set in stone, let's say that. And the director for Magnolia is Paul Thomas Anderson, and it's 2000. The reason why I mention that is because sometimes movies like have remakes and have the same name. So if you look them up,
I love like an early 2000 movie. Just something about the aesthetic of the flip phones, the fashion.
1999 actually, not even 2000.
No, yeah, that kind of era.
Look how pretty the flower is.
Lovely flower.
But yeah, and that reaches, what is it, the end of our podcast?
Time flies.
When you're having fun. I hope you all enjoyed it. Also, please hit the subscribe button. Just do it for us.
Subscribe, send to your mother, your father,
your daughter, your
dog.
sons, Nicki Minaj. We follow her on TikTok, but she doesn't follow us back.
Nikki, if you're watching, like, subscribe. Follow us back, please.
We got a TikTok as well. There will be clips already on there, and by the time that you watch this, we will be at Tyler X Kali concert. We're not mentioning that girl's name. I'm sorry. We're not mentioning her. She would never replace Kali. And I personally sent a cease and desist to Kali Witches. And that has been over
and out.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.